up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Red Light Special Live with your girl, Yaminah Legohn. Now, I got these lights, honey, and it got me sweat. I sweated today. I am sweating today. Yes, what is good, y'all? It's been a little minute. I haven't seen y'all since in a week. It's been a week. I got my wine. I'm sipping on my wine, my red wine. Oh, it's hot, y'all. I hope y'all out there having some fun online dating, having you some nice, fun, and sexy sex. At the same time, paying attention to the news, seeing what's going on. I got my red vine today. Red vines today. Anyways, I have a guest today. She's one of my girls. She is one super dope ass chick. Her name is Jess Baddie. She's a pineapple queen. She's the dancehall queen. She keeps it sexy. She keeps it right. You know, she's over there in the UK. She's from Italy, but she's based out of the UK. And she done worked with hella people. But before I get into that, because I'm going to be bringing her on, we're going to talk a little bit more about my girl. Let me get me right. Y'all see this sweat? Like, this is what happens when you're like putting on your own stuff and you got lights and you don't got somebody with the fan. If I turn the fan on, and then y'all gonna hear the fan in the background. So, yeah, did any of y'all see Black is King? I watched Beyonce's Black is King. I thought it was dope. You know, I like that a lot of my friends from Nigeria, have some friends over there that were working on that video, and some people from South Africa and some people from the Bronx and, you know, different places. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing the culture. I just love seeing Black culture being put in the forefront so our youth can see it, because when I was a little girl, I didn't have that opportunity. So I'm happy to see it. And I'm also happy to see more collaborations between Africans and African Americans and Caribbeans. But, you know, that's a whole other discussion. There's some good, there's some, you know, bad, but, you know, we got to work together because power to the people. Let me sip some over this wine, boo. Y'all know Trixie right there. She got to get up in the camera. You know, she always up in my business. My pussy cat always up in my business. Okay. But no, she don't be near my real pussy cat. Oh, no, that's nasty. I don't think so. Anyways, y'all know I'm over here on the West Coast. I'm kicking it. Oh, I have a little announcement for y'all. I was just a judge for the NAACP AXO National Competition. It was so dope, so talented. Saw a lot of dope talent. I judged the traditional dance, so shout out to NAACP AXO. Woo! On another note, a girl has, you know what? I told you I was going to be doing some research on this online dating. Let me tell you, I haven't done that yet. It's because I just haven't had any time. But I'm going to get my account. You know, my people been telling me to get my accounts. I'm gonna get it together. But, you know, I'm a businesswoman. I got lots of things to do. You know what I'm saying? And I got to keep it sexy. Yes. But I will be logging on to see what's up. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually having a good time kicking it with myself. You know what I mean? Because I do love myself. Who don't love me? I do. Who don't love me? Of course I love me. All right, so let me tell you about my girl before she come up on here. Okay, so my girl, Jess Baddie, we worked together. I met her a couple years ago. She is a international professional dance hall dancer, choreographer, and she's a model. And she does other styles too. She does Afrobeat, she does hip hop. She's pretty versatile. You know, I don't like to just put one dance with the artist, because as artists, we do multiple things, but it's good to have your skills in something specific so you could be able to do other things and appreciate the culture. So she was raised in Italy. Actually, my brother's in Italy right now. Shout out Jelani in Bologna. She was raised in Italy and she's in London. She's been in the industry for a long time. She has been on different campaigns. She's been in music videos. She was in that Will Smith. She's been working with Will Smith. Y'all see that? Cause she's hot. When I say she hot, she hot. And Will Smith is one of my. I like Will Smith. Stefflon Don. She worked with Stefflon Don. Ooh, mercy. And the list goes on. Afro B, she's you've seen her doing some Nike campaigns. Girl, give me some of that money. And Kellogg, yo, I am getting hot up in this mofo. I haven't even started. I don't got my fan, y'all. I don't have my fan. I have some other fans coming for you soon. Fans. But not even just all the things that she's done with multiple people. She has her own business. She teaches online dance classes. She teaches physical dance classes. She is everywhere, and she a hustler. Every time I talk to her, she in London, she in Italy, she over here. I think she was in France one time. I was talking to her. She everywhere. Haven't seen her in a while because we both is hustling. And y'all know I love to highlight my chicks, especially my confident girls, the ones that, they're not afraid to pat the poom poom, give a wicked whine, stick that tongue out. But we all dealing with the Rona, not just in the U.S., even though we're not looking like everybody else. We looking crazier than everybody else. I mean, this stuff is ridiculous. Like schools, protests, the Rona, it's just been so much going on. And it just feels like that's just, we had hot girl summer last year. It was like hot COVID summer this year. That ain't even nothing to laugh about either. Ain't nothing to laugh about. But it's the truth. What we gonna be talking about in 2021? Hopefully we can take off that mask and say, congratulations, I am done with this period of time. But anyways, that's just me being, expressing myself. So anyways, without further ado, I'm about to bring
You
Can
see
you
me?
see me? Can you see me?
Hello, everyone. I was
Hey,
eating
how are
dry
you?
mango.
Hey, what's that? What's good, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What you smacking on?
Dry mango, watermelon, pineapple is gone already.
Oh
The
wow.
connection.
Can you see me now? I don't know what's going on with the connection. You have
Yeah.
popping.
You
Can you
think
see me?
it's mine?
Yeah, I can see you now. It was going in and out a little bit. But so
Yeah.
let's get through it because the internet, that's the one thing about this on.
Again. It happened again.
Uh-oh. Can you see?
Yeah, now I see you.
Uh-oh, shit.
Hopefully now it's gonna work.
This is
Hello,
better.
everyone.
Hello. How's it been over there in the UK?
UK is hot. It's really hot. It's been hot since I've been back from Italy, actually, which is good. But nighttime, is I was struggling to sleep because it was very hot. And we
Oh,
restarted classes. I restarted to teach last week when I got back. And it's just nice the feeling having people energies around is different from online classes. So I'm happy. It's kind of lifted my spirit because I
okay.
was in Italy. When I got back, I was a bit sad, missing the family, missing friends.
Right.
But thank God we got back to classes in a real life. You know what I mean? Because you
Right.
teach things, so
Yes, I already know because that physical connection is everything. That it's really
everything.
is very, very important because teaching online is like it's nice that you don't have to get up and go to work or anything like that, but you don't get to have that connection with anybody. So that makes it even harder. You know what I'm saying? That makes it like Like you're doing more work. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're not dancing properly. Like, I felt like I wasn't dancing for ages.
Right.
So yeah, I'm happy to be back. It's nice. Obviously, we have restrictions, but yeah, at least is a step forward to try
Right.
to get back to normal. Let's see what's gonna happen after summer. You see, I put red lipstick for you.
Oh, I
Sorry.
like that. I like the red lipstick.
Red light special, so I have to wear red lipstick for my girl.
Well, the red light special got me sweating to that, girl.
But
Ooh,
you have your wine. I have coconut water.
ooh,
Look at me. What is it?
see, you keeping it healthy, keeping it right for the poontang.
I keep the pum pum healthy.
Okay, you keep the poom poom healthy, girl. We gotta keep that poom poom healthy,
Always, always. Our power is coming from there. You
It
know that.
does. We gotta keep that what's it called? PHC balance.
Exactly. Yes, we have to. It's a must.
Yeah, so that's why I sip my wine and I sip my water, because it's not good to drink a whole lot of alcohol, no water, because that's not good for the poop poop, y'all.
Exactly.
Like to drink alcohol all day, you're gonna be
No, you need to water. You need your fruits to keep it sweet. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. So, since we're talking about your business, so
Yeah.
as a professional dancer, as a choreographer, how have you been able to thrive during this time with COVID? Like, what have you learned, or what did you even see that maybe that you wouldn't have caught like before COVID? Have you been able to be successful with your business? Have you been able to come up with different ways to make money, different ways to engage with your audience?
Definitely different ways. Obviously, none of us was imagining something like that. None of us was imagining a 2020 crazy, weird, and such a big change in life. So we couldn't plan. We couldn't get ready for it. But the beginning of the year, I was already planning to do tutorials because, as you said in the introduction, I'm traveling a lot. I'm teaching in USA, around Europe, and I have few students that were asking me, do tutorials because you're not here, but I want your vibe, I want your energy.
Right.
So this definitely was a plan, actually. Funny enough that I finished last year that I was planning. I was like, okay, I have to put myself, I have to find time, because the problem is the time. Because you have the class, and then you have the privates, and then you have the video shoot, and then you have to travel, and then you need to have a bit of social life. So I was like, I'm gonna make it work. And COVID came, lockdown. So I actually made it work because I had to. And as I was telling you, I liked it, I enjoyed it, because at first was like, at least we have this, at least we have something, because everyone was home and, just being frustrated about the whole situation. But then after a while, to be honest, you know me, I'm a person that goes with energies. So in May, I decided to quit a bit the online classes because I just needed to take time for myself, to stay focused on myself, to put my energy in other stuff. And now that I'm back from Italy, I restarted the classes in the studios. Plus, I restarted also online classes. So I'm working with this new platform that is like a Netflix for dancers. The name is DNAcers, and they do different classes of different dance styles. And yeah, I restarted my online classes with them.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it now because I also have the real life classes. So now I'm like, okay.
Double the money you can make.
Exactly. Yes. 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 So it's good. I'm not gonna complain, And actually lockdown has been has been one side of me is kind of not happy, but yeah, kind of that it happened because I focused myself on other stuff. This year I turned 30 and I was worried about it. You know, us dancers were like, we are forever young. So I was like, oh my gosh, now I'm gonna have to say bye to my 20s. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I'm scared. I'm gonna be old and I see gray hair. I was like, oh, I don't want to. But actually, I'm enjoying my new me because it's kind of a new chapter and I'm focusing myself also on other stuff. So yeah, it's exciting.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's all part of womanhood. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just interesting with the times now. It's like age is not a thing like how it was before. You know, we got women in their 30s that are the new 20s. You know what I'm saying?
They told me that before I turned 30, but you know, I was, you know, dancers, we are like this. We are forever children. We are forever kids. We are just, because the dance is lifting up our spirit, our soul, and we always feel young. But because it's making us feeling younger, you know.
Right.
So, but now I'm not gonna complain.
Okay.
Because, you know, as a woman now I'm more, you know, and we focus ourselves in other stuff.
Right. And then you deal with bullshit less. Like you don't got time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what you want in life. And I just feel like when we're young, because 30 is still young, but when we're younger, we're taught to take care of baby. We get a baby doll, we comb his hair, we change his diaper, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then we're thinking we need to have kids at 25 and be married and the carriage, baby carriage, all that stuff.
But because it's society that is putting this in your mind, but
right. And so women, that's why I always give thanks for the older women that I've met that have given me advice that I've watched, whether I know them or I don't. You know what I mean? Because each generation we just get better. Well, some certain generations kind of may be lacking in some areas, but and more stronger in another area. But I will say, as far as like for women, we have more women who are independent. We have more women who are confident in themselves. And you know, when you're older, that means you're wiser. That means you have more experience. That means you could tell somebody "f you" and not feel bad about it. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a good thing to grow. Otherwise, you're not gonna be here no more. So it's either you're gonna grow and you're gonna be forever young. You can still look good. You can still got that body, but that wisdom is on point.
Exactly.
You keeping that wisdom on point, and that's what we got to do because them younger girls are watching us too.
It's true, and we have to give them a good example.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, especially for Black women. I don't care who you are, how much money you have, where you came from, or whatever. It's important that we push strength, courage, confidence, independence, collaboration, unity. You know what I mean? That's
100%.
100%. I mean, we still have to, you know, be careful of the haters and watch the alligators and all that shit.
Sometimes that between women is a bit like.
It could be
That's why I always say, even to my students when I teach female classes, like, you are your own competition. I cannot compete with you. You are Yaminah, I'm Jess. We are different. You need to be the better version of yourself.
Yes.
You know?
And how has that been with teaching female dancehall? How has that empowered you to empower other women?
I loved it since I started, because so basically I started to teach dancehall, but at first was male step. Was not a lot of female, because not because I wasn't feeling it, but I didn't know enough. You know, dancehall is not just a dance style; it's a culture.
Right.
So you need to go and know about it. Go back to basics. You know, because back in the days was even different. Now female is very hardcore. Sometimes even too crazy. But before was like the butterfly and the one, you know what I mean?
And all of
Yeah.
that.
So
Everything.
exactly. So I went to Jamaica a couple of times, and when I started to go Jamaica, I was doing more female, and I was actually enjoying it. And with female, you get in love even more with your body because these moves make you feel like more sexy and more confident with your body, you know? So last year I was like, you know what, it's time to, because I was teaching females sometimes, but not regularly. I was like, I'm gonna start my weekly female class because I really want to do it. Because a part of me also, there is a part of me that love female dance a lot.
Right.
Because it's our crazy side, crazy, sensual, you know.
Hair.
So I started these classes and I love it. And I love the feedbacks from the girls. Like most of them are like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so confident now. Since I started with you, Jess, I would never imagine. Some of them were like, I would never do female. But just because they they feel shy, you know, because when you're doing female, you're putting like your curves even more, the highlight on it.
Right.
So they feel like, oh no, I'm a bit shy. I don't know if I can do it. And I was like, just try. Then after, if you don't like it, I'm not gonna be like you have to be here every week. But just try it. You know, it's different. That is something that is gonna help you with your confidence. You know.
Exactly.
All of them, once they try, they become addicted.
Right.
They become addicted. Now I'm actually doing private since the beginning of lockdown with one of my students, and she's over 40. She got a child also. She's married, but she just loves it. She's like, Jess, you take out the inner dancehall queen that was in me, like changed her life. She's more confident. She's taking more care of herself, of her hair. You know, these little things that some females maybe they think like it's not really important, but it is. It is because you need to love yourself first. So if you don't have this self love, how you gonna make other people love you? Not just your partner, but people in general. Because people can feel it, the energy, you know, they can feel if you love yourself. So they see the light around you. They're like, look at this woman.
Look at this.
Look at this. Look at this. You know? Yes, so I love it. Was one of the I think was one of the best choices I took last year, and was a massive like unpopular demand even now, because now I got back with the classes, but I still didn't get back with the female class in real life, and everyone is asking me when is gonna be back, when is gonna be back. So I'm happy because as a woman I want to help other women to get more confident with themselves, you know.
Right.
So it's really important for me.
And I think that's awesome. I think you're a dope teacher. You know what I mean? I love and it's not even just knowing the steps, it's the attitude. You know what I mean? It's the personality, you know, and I'm with you with the whole dance hall part because, you know, I grew up around dance hall as long as I can remember. You know what I mean? Just with culture, we used to have parties at our house and everything. My uncle's a DJ. I've been around, you know, a lot of people. And so when I started to like with teaching and like being respected in the dance hall, you know, the men wanted to know if I could do the male steps. You know what I mean? And so like that was like, okay, when you're young, you learn these steps and you probably don't always know exactly what it means. You know what I mean? But you just do it, you know. So I'm grateful to even have been around that. I went to Jamaica when I was hella young. You know what I mean? I was everywhere. I was on motorcycles when I wasn't supposed to be. I was got sick out there. It was bad. I actually need to go back to Jamaica, but you know, I do notice like there was a time period, like especially the last 2 years. I don't know how it was over there in the UK, but a lot of girls who were like getting into dance hall or trying to be noticed, they were so heavy on the masculine steps, and they wasn't doing like female. They would look weird, and I would tell them, I'd be like, "You're trying to get men attention because you're doing all the masculine steps."
You know what?
Huh?
For interrupting you. You know what? Even when we are doing male steps, but the way we do it, I think it has to look a bit female.
Yes.
I'm not saying we have to whine, but our body is different from a man's body. We are more flexible. We can, even when you do a step that you have to watch your back, even if it's male, you have to see the difference if I'm a female, you know? Yeah. That's why I don't like women or girls when they're dancing like even male steps and they're too masculine.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
It's too much.
It doesn't feel natural.
Yeah, know? Exactly. You are trying to copy someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to get the groove from the creator.
Yeah.
You are a female. That's the best thing in dance. So like you learn the groove, but you need to make the step a bit yours. I always say it.
Yeah, I agree. So that's why, you know, we have people like you that guide them, you know, down the right path. I'm happy that women are paying more attention to female dance hall instructors, you know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, we broke out, we bubble that booty.
Broke out, skin out, everything out. Trust me.
I love that shit. So, since you're speaking on dance hall and you being a part of the culture and you going to Jamaica, I also know that you are into Afro beats as well. How do you feel about the collaboration, the connections between hip hop, dance hall, and Afro beats? Because it's all connected. Like, to be honest, each culture borrows from, I don't care what anybody says, each culture borrows from each other. People do not like to admit that, but when you are an educator, like I'm an educator, I don't just look at myself, and you're an educator. I don't look at myself as just an instructor or a teacher. I look at myself as an educator, because if you come to my class, if you come and learn something from me, I'm going to educate you. And as an educator and who have studied multiple dances from multiple cultures, everybody takes from each other. And that could be because people from one country travel to the next country and teach them, or what they see on the media, like what they're inspired by the media, then it also bleeds into that dance. That's especially when we're talking street dance. And so how do you feel about the collaboration that's happening between these dance styles?
To be honest with you, regarding collaboration, when you are mixing styles, I just love it. Because every time I did collaborations, like with commercial dancers or with Afrobeat dancers or hip hop dance, I'm coming from hip hop actually. In Italy, I started with hip hop. Mm-hmm. So when I started to dance 20 years ago, I used to have actually, it was not even hip hop, was funky. Years ago, you remember back in the day, was funky. And I used to have a hip hop crew. We were competing and doing like shows in television. I loved it. I feel more dancehall because I feel like it's more similar to my roots, to my African roots. That's why now I'm more involved in dancehall, because I love it. I love the culture. There is more for me I'm hungry to learn about it, you know. Each style you always have to learn something new. But with dancehall is something like is eternal, like there are 1,000 steps, like you feel like you know a lot of steps, and then there is again and again, and even in middle school you think you know all the steps, and then but I don't know this step, this one is from middle school. I'm like, isn't it? You feel the same. It's crazy. So yeah, going back to your question, like I love collaborations, and sometimes I feel like we need more unity, because if you hear like a dancehall dance or they're copying Afrobeat is copying dance, it's not copying all the time. Is but not even is never copying, is taking inspiration. So we need to see the positive aspect of it. Why we always have to go to the negative aspect and complaining about it? Oh, because yeah, maybe Afrobeat is going bigger, but you have to think also about that dancehall. Sometimes for me it's hard because of the lyrics. So that's why it's limited on a bigger platform. Because even when I've worked with like Nike or Puma, you always have to be careful which song I'm gonna use, which step I'm gonna do.
Yes,
It's not easy, you know. When it's about Afrobeat, every step is good for kids. Every song is good for kids.
And gender friendly. And we know like with dancehall had that whole stigmatism attached to it with the homophobia, especially over here in the US. Like a lot of artists were deported.
Okay.
And the UK, yeah, their visas were ejected or denied for like years because of the lyrics in their languages. I mean, and the lyrics in their music. And so and Afrobeats, everybody can do it. You know what I mean? But I also feel that there's an ego thing attached to it. You know what I mean? Especially now, I feel like even with the Afrobeats and dancehall, they were each borrowing. Well, Afrobeats was definitely borrowing some steps from dancehall and creating their own thing and being influenced by it. And then dancehall dancers were collaborating a lot with Afrobeat dancers. I just feel that when a culture starts to decline, don't disrespect the people that supported you when it
That's
was
for sure. That's the thing. Yeah, you're right there. It's true.
and that's what I'm starting to see. And then there being like disrespect, you know what I mean? Especially like seeing disrespect from African dancers disrespecting African Americans. And then would also be like, but Fela was inspired by jazz music too.
It's true.
You know what I mean? In America, we wasn't just doing hip hop; we was doing other things way before hip hop. You know what I mean? And so it's like other styles in America also influence hip hop too. So it's like if you just have an overall respect of Black culture, then we can move forward. But the ego and the competition thing is really what drives me wild. And I've had to cuss a few people out. For this shit. You already know I don't play them games, you know, and it's not even just them disrespecting African Americans. It's even if African Americans are disrespecting Africans. It's the I feel the same way. You know what I mean? Because I've grown up around both cultures. It's like I'm you know I stand by my people. Period. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you mentioned that.
No, I agree with you. That's what I said. Sometimes, like maybe dancehall dancers, especially Jamaica, are very, how can I say, sensitive or sensible. Yeah, they're very like, sometimes they feel like, oh, this style took this step from us. So maybe they react too soon. But as you said, like if some dancers inspired you or they helped you when the style was not that big, you need to be grateful. Gratitude is a must. So
say thank you and give them a shout out. You know, say who influenced you. You know, I think that's important when you know,
100%, yeah.
Communicate that, because a lot of people, I mean, I feel like with Jamaica, their style is so rich, their culture is so rich, and it definitely has influenced the world. You know what I mean? And they may feel like they have.
Jamaica is so small. Can you imagine? Jamaica is a small island. The power of this island.
At the same time, they were also influenced by Black people in the States and other parts of the Caribbean too. You know what I mean? And that part, it has to be reciprocated. You know what I mean? It can't just be like, you got to respect us, But it'd be like, okay, but who were you influenced by? Who was Bogo influenced by? Bogo lived in New York for a minute, and he was influenced by what was going on in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's
So
true. It's true.
let's you know, he was hanging out with the break dancers and the DJs. I got people from the Bronx, from Brooklyn that knew Bogo that talked about them hanging with him. You know what I mean? So
But you can see this also in the music, like when you see dancehall artists saying the rap is coming from dancehall, is the same story. Music, dance, DJing, dancehall, hip hop, Afro. It's hard, but I hope one day it's gonna just be unity, you know?
I hope so, because you know those are what you just mentioned is a whole nother show, girl. When they do the dance hall and the hip hop, it'd be like, you know, DJ Kool Herc definitely, you know, he brought that break beat, but he also was influenced by James Brown. He also was influenced by Muhammad Ali. You know, he was in the States when he was 11 years old. So give us our credit too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's true. You're right.
You know, it's especially during that time with the Black Panther movement that was, you know, there's so much that was going on in America. Don't even water us down like we didn't do shit. And that's the thing that irritates me. And so I just hope that there becomes more unity and more people speak up. You know what I mean? And so that's that. So thank you for sharing. So I wanted to ask you, you know, what has been your experiences in the industry? I know that you're a teacher, but you've also been a professional dancer. You work with celebrities. You've been in the industry, entertainment for a long time. What has been your, I would say, what has been your challenges as a Black woman in this industry?
Okay, so I got two different answers because in Italy it was completely different from UK.
Mm-hmm.
So in Italy, obviously, there is a minority of Black people.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was like competing or auditioning, I was most of the times the only Black girl.
Right.
And yeah, I could feel like I was not fitting there. Even because of the body shape, you know, I'm very curvy, very not very, but I'm curvy, you know. And in Italy, the typical body is very like skinny, you know. Maybe now with social media, I feel like Black women has influenced a lot internationally the body shape. So you see now a lot of white women they want to have a big bum like us. They want to have big lips like us. They even if they have hair, they wear wigs like Black women. I don't understand. Doesn't make no sense to me. But anyway, I don't want to criticize anyone, but I was just making this point.
It's a real girl, because we keep it real. I keep it real. You
Yeah,
know.
you know, I'm like, why are you trying to? Yeah. So there I was, most of the audition, I wasn't passing the audition because of my body, and I'm also tall. I was curvy, so if I had a partner, the partner, his body was shorter than me or skinnier than me. So yeah, I was doing like more thinking with my crew. Audition, I wasn't really, I did some stuff, but I was feeling like that my skin color was, you know, not fitting there. And then I came in London. In London, I didn't notice it much on myself because in London is more, and I think in America it's the same, light skin and dark skin. I'm a light skin girl, so they actually are looking for a look like mine, you know, the body and the skin color like mine.
Right.
So I never had problem, but I know and I see like when I do jobs, like they choose more like light skin girls or instead of dark skin girls. Maybe
Right.
now it's getting better because of the Afrobeat and a lot of African beautiful African queens are in the videos. Yeah, so I think it's getting better now.
That's good. That's crazy that we both, you know, and I appreciate you for admitting that, because some girls will say, "No, I don't that's not true, but we have to be real with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even if it's not going against you, even if you are not, how can I say, feeling it, but you have to be honest.
You have to be honest, because there's someone that, feels like they're not, getting the work that they deserve. I know I definitely went through that in Hollywood, and then when I went to New York, it was a whole different ball game. But like, as we're talking about with Afro beats, and people are starting to be on more of this African queen. Like, this is why, as Black people, a part of from the continent and a part of the diaspora, this is why we have to really be more compassionate for each other, because of the way the media has portrayed us. Like, if you come to the United States, it doesn't matter if you're African, if you're Jamaican, you're a Black person. If the police pull you over, they see Black skin, and they will kill you.
Exactly.
And they have killed, obviously you see what's going on in the United States. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So, not saying that your culture doesn't matter. Your culture does matter. But we need to have more compassion for each other, because the system is doing nothing but be against us. And we don't need to be against each other. We need to more so form and organize and strategize and work together, and not just have our own culture and then let Europeans come in, and because they want the money, and then they take the shit and then they make more money off of it. Like, and
It's true. It's true. I agree with you.
yeah. So, I'm not with the whole we all have separate cultures, but each culture has benefited off of each other, whether people like it or not. We have all shared. And when people say things, I'm like, have you seen my DNA test? Do you know my blood? Like, I have multiple tribes within my bloodline. Don't disrespect that because of your ignorance.
Ignorance, that's the problem.
Yes, my ancestors watch over me. You know what I mean? They watch over us. So that's why we have to have more compassion for each other, more respect for each other. And we can say it all day long, and people not hearing it, but somebody's going to hear it, and somebody's going to wake up, and somebody's going to do something within their community. So that's why I love that you keep pushing culture, and you stand strong as a Black woman. And
because even I always say, even if I'm half white, because my mom is white, but I don't know, since I was younger, even I was always felt more Black.
Yeah.
And I also talking to my mom about it. She loves it. She loves it that I feel this connection with my roots, especially since I've been in Africa 2 years ago for the first time. But already before, I was like, come on, when you have African roots, they are strong. You can feel it. You know what I mean?
I can see it, because I can see it all through you, girl.
Yeah. So even if my passport is Italian, as you said, I'm Black. So if I'm in America, the police stop me, I'm Black. I'm not gonna tell them, but I'm Italian though. You know what I mean? Because I'm Black.
They don't give a fuck.
And I'm proud. I love it. I wouldn't change it. Never.
Never.
Even if we struggle, we have to struggle more. We have to, face some things that are harder for us compared to white people. I don't care.
Right. No, I got you. That's why I want to say, what accomplishments are you most proud of in your career, in life, as a woman, as a person?
So one is moving here in London. After 6 years, I'm here because it's hard, and also even better than me, because long time you move from Cali to New York. So being far from the family and friends is not easy. And even if it's 6 years that I'm in London, it's not the same.
Right.
Because when you go back home, home is home, So the first one is this, and gave me a lot of strength, a lot of confidence, a lot of I knew myself a lot more since I'm in London. I've learned to stay by myself, to enjoy the time with myself. So
Right.
this was the first thing that is one change that is very important in my journey. It has been very important.
Right. Right. Right.
And another one maybe work wise. When I choreographed the video 2 years ago or 3 years ago, right now I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
With Will Smith, the one of the World Cup.
Yes, I remember you posted that.
Yeah, that one was.
Oh.
I couldn't even. You know, when you're like, I wasn't even dreaming about it. It just happened, and it's such a big name, and I choreographed it. And you know, in the videos, they don't really put like dancers a lot. You
Yeah.
know, but still was a good experience. And they contacted me literally the day before.
Oh
So it
wow.
was a last minute job. I had to find a dancer, choreograph, and think about clothes and everything. But was everything on point? So I'm proud of myself for that one. Was a good experience, even though
Mm-hmm.
you know sometimes dancers from Jamaica they have to complain when we are putting dancer in bigger platforms. They are never happy. So I had a dancer that he posted the video and complained like, you see dancehall in the World Cup video, and they don't give us like recognition. Like I'm giving you recognition every day when I'm teaching.
Yeah.
I'm giving my people knowledge of your culture. I'm telling them the names of your steps, the
Right.
name of the cruise. I'm telling them check their page and everything. So why you notice me when I'm having a big job, when I'm having a big, you know what I mean? That is something that you should be happy for me. You should be proud of me and be like, oh, look at her. She put our culture in such a big thing.
Yeah.
So this was the only thing that was a bit, you know. But even there, I didn't get upset or anything, maybe at the beginning. But then I was like, you know what? If they talk, let them talk. It's better that they talk
Mm-hmm.
and not talking at all.
Exactly, because a lot of times when people saying that, they just mad because they wasn't in it. And when you know that you've done the work, because trust me, I've been there too, and it's hurtful.
You know.
It's hurtful when you put so much time and effort to uplift your people, uplift the culture that you are inspired by, you love, and then it's like you get, you know what I mean? Like no appreciation. So I want to tell you thank you for doing that because I remember when I saw it, I was like, okay, that go my girl. She doing her.
Yeah, I was so proud of
That
myself.
is so dope. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what you have to, the higher you move up, the more you add to your resume, people always gonna hate. They always gonna have something to say. You can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? You cannot please everybody. And you can clap back if you want to, or you don't have to clap back. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you know that your intentions are good, as long as you know that you've done your job, then you can sleep at night. Because you're not,
True,
at
exactly.
the day, my response is, but you had all them white folks, Caucasians, come to your school, and now they making money off your culture, and they making more money than you. Get the fuck away from me as a
Yeah,
black
it's
person
true.
trying to push culture. Move along because that's ignorance. And when you are a queen and you on your throne, all them basic mind mofos don't matter.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Don't
true.
gotta deal with the
Definitely.
basic thinking. I know it may sound rude.
Amen.
What? That was rude. That's my response to fuckery. So yeah, I'm proud of you. So
Thank
I
you.
know that yes. as a businesswoman and as a busy woman, I know you got a date, girl. I know you got to have your love interest. I know you got to get your poom poom taken care of in the middle of all of this. So, what's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Ooh, Taurus. Y'all are stubborn.
Justice. My mom will do the same. I'm this.
You are, yes. So who are you most compatible with?
With Cancer, definitely.
That water.
As a man, especially Cancer, yeah.
Yeah.
Even also like as friends, but in a relationship with a man, Cancer is the best for me, actually.
I'm a Scorpio, and I did not a competition, but I did a poll on who was most compatible with a Scorpio, and it was Cancer, Pisces, Virgo. Who's your least favorite sign to date?
Gemini.
Woo, girl, me too. They play too many games, girl. Them Geminis play too many games.
I had partners, Gemini. I had 3 partners in a row in the past. All of the Gemini was like, no, I need to get rid of them.
They gotta go.
They have to go. They have to go.
Just let the Gemini stay together. Stay together. But Cancer, girl, that love making with Cancer, so sweet.
Cancer is special for me. It's very special for me, yeah.
So, could you be in a relationship if the sex wasn't good?
No. Wait, don't get me wrong. Sex is not everything. Yeah? When I was younger, sex was more important to me. Sex is not everything, I would say right now. But if I'm gonna work, you know, as I said, I'm half Italian, so we are very passionate. So I got the African passion and the Italian passion. So, you know, it gotta work.
Yes, it gotta work. Oh, we got a comment over here.
Poom health matters.
Poom health matters. You know, that's part of poom poom health. Like, good sex is part of poom poom health. And like,
of course. And you know, we need, as women, we need to be picky, but you cannot let any man go inside and put any energy, because men, when we are having sex with a man, they're putting their energy inside us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So definitely you have to be careful and not go with anyone, because it happened to me in the past. You know, when you're young, you're just like, oh, I just wanna, you know, free up.
Yes.
And you're like, whatever. Now I got this one. Now I'm not like this, because, you know, after I feel like you don't feel better. You don't feel better, first of all. And second, if you put the wrong energy, it's not good.
It's not. It really is not good. And I agree, because I've had, you know, relationships, boyfriends, and I've had to sit and be like, we didn't work because that energy just wasn't it, you know. And I'm single. I was in a relationship for a while, and I'm newly single.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and you know, we're still good. We still have a good relationship, but I'm single now, and I'm an older woman. You know, I'm still young, but I'm older. Ooh, excuse me. And that wine, girl. And I was just like, I can't just be having sex with anybody. I can't just be putting anybody penis up into my royal vagina. Like that.
No, sir, baby. No.
Their pH balance could be off and fuck up your pH balance. You know what I mean? Whatever they eat, the food that they eat, you know, like their whole.
Trust me.
If they're depressed, if they're, you know, all of that goes into you, and then you feel that, and then if it fucks with your confidence, if you
trust me. Yeah, this is that's why some women, they're complaining sometimes, but why are you stuck with that guy that obviously is not giving you the right energy? Just Focus on yourself.
Even if he's giving good dick,
it doesn't mean that it's good energy and it's the right dick for you.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. So since we're on that topic, and I want to thank you so much for coming on my show.
Pleasure.
Monica Grant said, "Of course, I love me." That's right.
Yes, girl.
Girl, that's what we talking about. So, before we leave,
I remember pineapple for the pom pom.
Well, that's what I want to say. Any advice for the ladies for the pom pom?
Definitely pineapple, and also watermelon, cucumber, not the human cucumber. Cucumber is I cannot. Cucumber is really good. Eat healthy because what you put inside your body, as Yaminah said earlier, is affecting also the health of your pum pum. So you need to eat healthy, to keep your pum pum healthy.
Yep, keep that pum pum healthy.
And then do some exercise to keep your pum pum tight because loose pum pum not good.
Right.
Pum pum tight sometimes is the problem because they always come back.
Yes.
When the pum pum is too good, they come back, and you have to deal with all of them, and you're like.
And I like the yoni steam. I like to steam my yoni too. I do that once, and then I like take my bath, breathe in through the pum pum, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. People like, how do you?
That's me. There's a lot of this exercise. When I knew about it, I was like, what?
Yes, girl.
But babe, it's a muscle.
Yep.
It's a muscle, so you need to keep it,
Yep. Exactly, girl. The poo poo. So you have some poo poo
cream. Pum pum cream.
Hey. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
So dope. You're so awesome. I want you to continue to push for the culture. I want you to continue to push your brand because you're beautiful. You're a queen. You've done the work. So get your followers now. Everybody check out Miss Jess Baddie. You can follow her. Here's all her information. She teaches them online classes and physical classes. She has everything going on. 6 p.m. UK time. She got Monday's female dance hall class, and she also have Wednesday dance hall beginners 1 p.m. in the UK. And you can also catch her in the studios on Mondays at 8 to 9 in UK time at Gym Box. And then we have Elephant and Castle on Tuesdays, Dance Hall Beginner Intermediate at 8:30. And then we have Wednesdays at the Hub Studios, Dance Hall Intermediate Advanced at 8:30 p.m. to 10.
It's actually Wednesday. It's at base.
Okay.
And the one at Tuesday is at the Hub. Yeah, the first one was right.
Okay, so one on Tuesday is at the Hub.
Anyway, they're going to find everything on my social medias, on my website. There is everything. Everything.
Yes, so you guys know that you can follow Miss Jess Baddie. You see all her information on the bottom. Thank you so much for coming through, girl. I appreciate
it.
Much love to you, and I will see you soon.
Yes, bye.
Bye. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Red Light Special Live. Make sure that you follow your girl and make sure that you come through and let's get this right. Let's make sure you come through next week. We'll be back. I have another guest coming next week, y'all. Eat them pineapples and keep that pum pum nice. Ciao.